When you get home from work, do you just sort of collapse and become somewhat of a lump of a person? Like when you get into your driveway, do you just sit and scroll on your phone, maybe finish listening to the album that you were listening to? You can't really bring yourself to go inside to transition to the next part of the day? Do you find yourself having a harder and harder time even planning what to have for dinner, much less making something? And do you feel envious of people who go out after work, people who coach a softball team after work, people who actually have some sort of a life when they're not working? It sounds a lot like that you might have restraint collapse. I'm Sol Smith, an autistic and ADHD life coach, and restraint collapse can happen to autistics or ADHDers. And it's a very overwhelming feeling because our cognitive energy is being used at a surplus. Autistics have their cognitive energy running at about 42% higher than neurotypicals, even at rest. And ADHDers are straining themselves as hard as they can just to move from task to task of things that give them no dopamine to work for. But something that is even more exhausting than making decisions or making yourself work is restraining yourself from doing the things that you want. If there's something you're interested in, something you'd rather be doing, something you'd rather be invested in, studying, reading about, saying, stimming, moving, that's restraining yourself. And it takes tons of cognitive energy to do it. So by the time you get home, you're wasted. Your brain's going, we just need to stop. We just need to stop. We're tired of this. And you don't have the energy left to do those things that you wanted to do. Restraint collapse can hit adults. It obviously can hit kids. If you've had kids and you've had the teacher say things like, oh, they're such a dear at school, and you go like, wow, they must be using all of their good behavior there. We've been using all of our good behavior at work too. Restraint collapse is no joke. It gives us a window into what's going wrong with us in this society. It gives us an idea of why we've been like this, why burnout is just a couple days away at any given time. That this erodes our nature. This erodes our ability to act in our own best interest. Restraint collapse is not absolutely unavoidable, and it is something that takes a lot of life changes to make. You can make changes on your own. There are forces of restraint and forces of being drawn towards something that have to be balanced. You can also get help, coaching, support groups, my book. I offer these resources to try and get people out of this pattern, out of this rut of feeling like your life pauses when you have to go to work and doesn't start again until the next morning.